Good morning everyone and welcome to Wednesday morning's live stroll. It is currently 4:52 a.m. Come on Ashra, come on. So we're a bit early this morning. Are you going again so quickly? Come on. I don't believe that'll be the end of it. So yeah, 4:53 a.m. now, and I woke up at 5:15 and I was just couldn't be bothered to try and go back to sleep. I knew my alarm was going to go off in half an hour, so I thought, bugger this, I'm just going to get up. So I got up, did my chores, did my exercises, did my jacket potato, and I thought, let's just go out. Tell you all about my horrible day yesterday. First of all though, what's everybody up to today? Is it a normal work day, leisure day, school day? What time is it where you are? All the normal questions we like to get out of the way within the first 2 minutes of the live stream. So, in regards to yesterday, the story starts off pretty much like right now. We were out for a fairly calm stroll with Azra. Come on. Come on. We did the medium short stroll yesterday, and it was only probably 0.2 of a mile less doing that, and I actually prefer that stroll than the one we did. She's going again. Are you alright this morning, Azra? This is the third one in less than half a mile. You've obviously been desperate overnight, haven't you? Just bear with, guys. I'll decide when I get there which way we're going to go. And then got home, did my normal, watched the cricket, woke up, was nodding off. I almost feel like I need to set my alarm for 7 o'clock just in case I do nod off. I'm sure it will never happen, but I don't know what it is right at the minute, but I just feel so tired. In particular, from about 8 o'clock last night, I was ready to go to bed. I don't know how everybody else feels at times, but you get evenings like that, and I think it was after yesterday as well. So, got to work as normal, no problems, and about 9:30, Mum rang, which, to be fair, is very rare, but I did also know she was having to go to the hospital yesterday. So I thought, well, she might just be ringing me up to let me know she's got on Azra pavement. But no, she was in a panic because the person that was supposed to be collecting her and taking her to the hospital had an accident, and they were actually in A&E, and there were no contingency plans for the company that organises the car list to help. So she was in a mad panic. Could I come and collect her? Bear in mind, guys, I'm at work as well. I said, Mum, you need to give me 5 minutes. I need to find out what I can and can't do. Fortunately, I do like to try and be very organised at work as much as I can be. And I always make sure when jobs come in, I prep them all as much as I can do. So God forbid something did happen to me, or I had to go home or whatever. everything's pretty much ready for people, so they've got an easier life. Anyway, spoke to my boss, explained the situation, no problems at all, go. Fine. Pulled out of work, driving for about a mile, all of a sudden I could hear a rumbling noise. Thinking, oh, what's this, the road? But I've driven that road many times and never heard anything like that. And then I was speaking to one of my other brothers, saying about obviously the drama that we were having with Mum. Go on. And I said, oh, do you know what? I think I've got a puncture. You couldn't write it. And within a few seconds of me saying that, TPMS light came on. And it's like, oh, you are having a laugh. I was in that phase, really, of being halfway between work and home. And with obviously Mum in a panic like she was, thought, oh, I'll just make a decision to get there. Pump the tyre up when I get there. Get it back to work, have to get it sorted out. That was the mindset. As I was getting closer to Mum's, it was getting harder and harder to drive. As the tyre was going down and down and down. Got to Mum's, it was completely flat. Completely flat. So I said to Mum, right, we're using your car. Let's get to the hospital, get back. I'm going to get back. Believe it or not, getting to the hospital and back again was probably the quickest part of the exercise. Got that done probably in about half hour, 40 minutes. It wasn't too long at all. Gone. Got home, got my compressor out. Couldn't get the tyre anything over 10 psi. It was completely foobarred, and it was probably foobarred from where I'd had to drive on it more than anything else. But I couldn't hear any air coming out of it, anything like that. Now, there are loads of potholes at the minute here in the UK, as you may or may not be aware if you live here. I think I did hit one on Monday night, but it wasn't an automatic deflation. Bear in mind, guys, from where I'd hit this hole, it was probably another 2 miles home. And then Julie used my car to go into the next town and back. So that's about 10 miles round trip. And I got to work. So combined, that was probably, I don't know, just shy of 17, 18 miles, something like that, with no dramas at all. So we think it's either got a small split in the tyre or it's got a crack in the alloy. I'm clearly hoping it's not the latter. I have ordered a tyre. I'm very fortunate where I work I can get this sort of stuff. But it's grief you don't need, guys. Anyway, I had to take Mum's car back to work. Fortunately then my older brother arrived at Mum's a little bit later in the day. And I said to Mum, you need to come and collect your car. I can't have 2 cars at work. So Mum came and collected her car with my elder brother. Got that all sorted. And then myself and the boss, I'd spoken to him already clearly, went back to Mum's after work. We gunned the tyre off, put one of these dolly wheels on it, and we got the wheel and tyre to look at today. And it might well be I have to go to somewhere to get the wheel repaired. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But suffice to say, guys, it was grief I didn't need yesterday, and I think that's why I was really tired last night, to be honest. I just absolutely had a gutful yesterday, and all this is still whilst doing your job as well, before and after. And of course, modern cars don't have space savers anymore, or jacks. I could have jacked it up myself and got the wheel off probably, if I'd had the tools. But then to be fair, I would have had nothing to have put in its place to keep the car upright, so it wouldn't have been any good. Well, I could have left it on the jack, I suppose, but all you need is some idiot to come and kick the jack away and you've got a problem, haven't you? So you never know with people these days. So I'm hoping today is going to be a better day. Today is going to be a better day, to be honest. Well, the only thing that will be bad news is if there's a crack in the alloy. If it's just a tyre, alright, I'm annoyed that I've got to spend 120 quid, but that's life, isn't it? If it's a cracked alloy, that's more of a pain in the backside because I've got to take it somewhere to get it repaired. Anyway, that was my day yesterday, guys, and that has taken us, 10 minutes to have that discussion. So I'm sorry about that. We are going to do the long stroll because I need to walk that frustration off. I slept quite well last night, and now I've regurgitated it all from yesterday. Believe you me, I was mocked at work. Why didn't you come back? When you've got an emergency, you're not thinking like that, are you? You're not thinking of your car, you're thinking of getting that individuals where they need to be. So, yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? You make a decision that you think's best at the time. As far as I was concerned, I could pump the damn thing back up. And maybe if I'd have stopped where I was, I could have, but I don't think so. I think it was too bad, to be fair. Come on, Ezra. So let's talk about leg injury, an update on that. So the hip now, honestly, rarely gives me any grief. The odd ache from time to time, nothing major. The thigh, again, is so much better. I did my exercises this morning and it's a little bit achy where I've done that. But honestly, guys, the difference since the 1st of January is just unbelievable. Just going to see someone that actually knows what they're talking about is unreal. And I told him I spoke about him on my live streams because I think it's people very quick in this life, come on Ezra, to complain and criticise. They're not very quick to compliment and give credit. And I especially know that from all my years working for some pretty wretched motor companies. And as I say, dealing with all types of classes of customer. And you don't want to pat on your back every day. It's not what it's about, is it? But people should, if you do something right or above and beyond, and the company are told about it, they should let you know. Because they quickly let you know if there's a complaint, I can assure you. And that's my point. Where I am now, my boss bumped into some customers in a shop and they actually mentioned that it was a shame that my predecessor had retired, but what an asset I was. And he came and spoke to me about it. And it's nice to hear, isn't it? It just makes you feel better about yourself and everything else. Go on, Ezra. So, unless anything dramatic changes between now and the surprise holiday, I really feel like I'll be absolutely fine to go. I will take painkillers, guys, but I don't even use them. I think I used a couple end of last week, maybe, just before bed, because it was particularly achy that day. If I could remember if I'd done anything above and beyond, I don't think it was. So, yeah, one of them. Anyway, I think we're a bit early for the bird song this morning, aren't we? Really? No, just as I say it, we hear it. Come on, Ezra. So if you've been with me before, guys, you'll know we are heading now down towards the high road. And it is a bit dark along this little section, so we're relying very heavily on Azra's light, my light, and I've got my two little lights on my jacket as well, so it is a bit dark. I apologise for that. We have got some street lights. If you are a follower, there will be no Crazy Dog live stroll on Sunday because Julie and myself are away. The weather is looking pretty foul for the weekend. Not enough that I'm thinking I don't think we should go because I haven't paid yet. But if it said snow and there was a heavy risk of snow, I don't think I'd risk it. But it's just saying rain and sleet, well, that's nothing. And whether I live to eat my words, I can still make a decision as late as Saturday if I needed to. It's not ideal for them, but if the road conditions aren't great, just not going to entertain it. Plus we're looking forward to it. It's a nice thing to get away, child-free zone for 24 hours. He is a typical teenager at the minute and he is pushing his limits. He's doing his mock exams at the minute and he's doing okay. I mean, obviously they are only mocks, so they are practice, so they're learning about exams. This is probably the first sort of proper exam conditions they've probably been in, so he's doing all right, so he says. But he's pushing his bus up there. You might not be able to see that, but there's a big bus that's going out. I haven't seen that for a while. But then we're not usually this early here, are we? So teenagers will be teenagers, guys. He's be 15 in March. And he's at that point now where he is pushing it a bit. He's not a bad boy, and I hasten to add that, but he's pushing it a bit. We were all like that once, were we not? So as I say, we're going to be at the high street in about a minute. We've had loads of rain again last night. A few football matches in the top leagues were cancelled last night. What that means for James's match, well, the team's match, because James is being rested on Saturday, which is a godsend because we're going away, and it gives us a chance to go to the premium outlets as well. That's what we're doing on Saturday morning. Take Mum for a hair, get home, get the car packed up, try and get away by 9, go to the premium outlets, a couple of hours, and then make our way up to Norfolk. It's a bit arse about face, but that is the plan. Okay, so we are now about to hit the high road. We've just hit a mile as well on the stroll. So we're pretty much at the halfway point here. And this is probably the southerly tip of the village, really, here. Ashra, come on. And it's very muddy through there. Very muddy. It may be being picked up. This is the normal path, and it's caked in mud. Come on, Ezra. Come on. And back to the normal pavement now in the village, so we can have street lights now all the way. Ashra. Doing a wee, the longest wee ever. Come on. So I say that was the most southerly tip of the village, really, where we were there. We live not quite the furthest north, but getting there. So yeah, we're just make our way along here. Again, we didn't do this yesterday. We did the medium long yesterday. Come on, Azra. Are you going again? How many times have you been this morning, woman? You've got a problem. Just wait. Right. Sorry about that, guys. That is, if you can believe, I think the 4th time she's been this morning in just over a mile. Good girl, come on. And there's now not a bin until we get to the village, which is about a 5-10 minute walk. Normally, she makes her pit stops properly, so I know she's near bins and we're all hunky-dory. But not this end of the village. I think there was a bin back there, but I'm not turning around, obviously. And then from there, as I say, it's in the village. So it's been a quiet morning again. Yesterday morning was quite a busy morning. We had loads of interaction yesterday. But this morning has been a bit of a quiet one again. Again, it's fine. Peaks and troughs. We finally hit the 800 subscribers. I don't know if anyone saw that. So we want to push on to the next milestone now. 900. And then when we get to 1,000, I promise you, not going to talk about it anymore, because the channel will be where I want it to be, and any growth after that is a bonus. But we are doing well. Last week and the beginning of this week has been probably the best the channel's ever had. 40 subscribers in a week and a day. 40. I mean, that was unbelievable, guys. I'm watching lots of stuff at the minute on YouTube on the surprise place where we're going. Right, we need to move Azra here. Quick. On the surprise place where we're going. Pavement. And also Orlando. Been watching loads and loads. There's not a lot I can really do preparation wise for the cottage break in August, to be honest with you guys. Maybe I could sort of have a look at some walks and where places are to take her in the mornings. But apart from that, I think it's going to be a little bit of a just see how we feel on the day. And that's quite nice not to have loads planned, to be honest. when we came out on the medium long stroll, this is the road we came out of here, and then we crossed over, and then there's the road opposite, or a bit further up, where we went. We're not doing that today. Go on, Ashra, keep going. There is a car coming the other way. I'm hoping we get there just in time to be behind this car. Excellent. Didn't have to hold her back. So what I was saying about the no live stroll on Sunday, no crazy dog live stroll, due to us being away, weather permitting, I will do a live stroll where we are. I reckon I know what that is. I don't think it was the car. I think it's their gutter dripping. Having heard that a second time. We're not going to be so lucky this time, are we, Asher? I don't think with the car where we're going to meet it. We could have done with it being just 20 yards further up or so. There we go. Carry on. Good girl. And another one. I do think people must think, what is he wearing? I don't care. I enjoy my hobby. And that's what it's all about. Even if we have quiet mornings like we've had tomorrow, I think this is even quieter than Monday. So yesterday was really busy. This morning has been a little bit dire, guys. Not going to fib. People have been flicking in and out. And there was one person that stayed on for well, only just gone off, really. But, yeah, it's been very quiet. So in a minute we'll be coming into the village centre. Again, if you've been with me before, you know where we are. So it's been a pretty calm morning this morning. Not loads going on. Go on, Ezra. Go on. Good girl. I can't wait till we get the lights mornings, guys, and you can see all this properly. Well, if you've been with me for a while, of course you will have seen it all before, but new people joining all the time. And it's very difficult when it's pitch black and you're using artificial lights to fully appreciate it. I actually at one point thought about going down to just once a week, but I was still getting, for the most part, lots of interaction during the week, so I'm out anyway. It didn't cost me anything, so might as well just do it, and hopefully people enjoy what we do. People talk with the subscriptions and watching and all that sort of stuff, so hopefully we are. But as I say, you get mornings like we've had this morning, where it's been pretty quiet, to be honest. And as I say, that's fine. And always I'm aware, even when there's nobody watching. Some people do sort of watch the replays of this and jump to red light. Some people do watch the replay, don't always watch it at the time. Some people enjoy the stroll. We've got a couple of people joined up now. Welcome. We are just sort of more or less at the halfway point now of the stroll. Got a while to go. We've been out already half an hour. Hello to Saeed, thanks for joining up. Yeah, all good. What about yourself? Where are you watching from this morning? We are from the UK. Geographically, we are about 5 miles south of Cambridge here, and about 40-45 miles north of London, so it gives you an idea of where we are, our little sleepy village. From India. Well, I bet it's hotter in India than it is here at the minute. That's not too bad this morning. It's 9 degrees here at the minute. It's going to get chillier as the week goes on, not that much I do know. It's 11 in the morning. How warm is it where you are? Shock me and say 25, 30. If you are new here, do make sure you like and subscribe. That's meant a lot to the channel. The channel's been growing hugely. Certainly in the last week or so. As I said earlier, 40 new subscribers. We had a massive week last week. And just generally, we've been going now just over a year. 800 subscribers. I'm quite happy with that. I don't do loads on it, guys. I do these live strolls. I do when we go away. There's a couple of series if you're interested. A cruise series and also Disneyland Paris series. Thank you for that, I do appreciate that. It is so cold in the UK, yeah, well, especially what you're used to as well, of course. We've got our mystery holiday coming up just over a month's time, and I've looked at the temperature now and it's sort of averaging between 15 and 20 every day, so it will steadily be getting warmer where we're going. But even if it's around 20, that'll be lovely. That'll be shorts and t-shirts. And I'm not sure how my Indian friend feels about shorts and t-shirts at 20. I'm sure he'll probably agree that's all right. But certainly for us from the UK, that's warm, especially this time of year. Right, lead on, go on. So this morning we are just out on our normal live stroll. This is what we do every morning. This is just a walk around the village. We're not going anywhere in particular. This is just our morning routine. We've got 2 strolls we do during the week. This long one and then a shorter one. And then at the weekend, when we've got a bit more light, certainly on a Sunday, but we're out later on a Sunday. It's usually about sort of 7, half 7. So if it's currently 11 o'clock where you are, that's going to be sort of around lunchtime, isn't it? But we do it so people can enjoy the stroll with a bit of daylight as well. And I can have a line as well, guys. Work-wise, I am in the motor industry. I don't fix the cars. I deal with the customer side of it. Been in the industry well, 25, 30 years now. Certainly feels like a long time, that's for sure. But I've done my stint with main dealers. I'm now working at an independent specialist, and I'm enjoying life again. I went through a phase where I was really just disillusioned with life, and certainly the job I was doing, and I just wanted to go back to what was important, which was the customer. To be honest, customers are key, and I think the main dealers, they forget that sometimes. They're just a number. You lose one customer, you might gain 10 by selling cars and all that sort of stuff. It don't work like that with the independents. You've got to treat every customer the same, every time. No matter what sort of day you're having. Azra, pavement. Yeah, I'm certainly married, but I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 46 this year. You've got to get out and get yourself a job though. Probably sound like your parents, but it is important. Get your independence and everything else, for sure. I've been doing little fiddly jobs, sort of paper rounds, and worked on a milk float since I was probably about, I don't know, 13. Probably that's the oldest you could do it. Certainly is now. Probably was then as well, to be fair. Then, as I say, did other jobs, then came into the motor industry when I was 21. And I want to say never look back, but as I say, I just told you, I became very disillusioned, but it's because you're in it, in that bubble, you don't get it until you get out. And the relief once you get out of something like that is tangible. It really is. What we're doing time-wise. Come on. Coming up 2 miles. So what we'll do, we will carry on and then we'll swing into our road. So we'll be out now, guys, for another 5 minutes or so, and I think we're going to be really lucky and avoid this rain that's coming, because it's been raining since we were probably in the centre of the village, reasonably steadily. Nothing major at the minute, but it's trying, and I'm trying to get home before it starts coming down any harder. I can see it on the puddle over there, clearly feel it, but of course I've got my cap on, so I don't always feel it on my head. I can see it in the light. Right, ladies and gentlemen, Azra, come on. I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. Nice towards the end there to be speaking and having a chat with some people. It's been lovely. Go on. So, yes, have a great Wednesday, and we will reconvene this time tomorrow. Cheers, guys.